Hello guys, this is Krishna. Thank you for joining me in this new video. What we're gonna see is how you can add a link to an image on WordPress. Okay, so right now I am in my panel, admin panel on Cloudways. If you don't know about Cloudways, it's basically a web hosting. I highly recommend it. Some of the other web hosts that I've used in the past have always had issues with Cloudways. Really flexible. You pay monthly, and just the way everything is organized is, I think, is really up there, right? So if you haven't already tried it, I would strongly recommend to look into the descriptions here. The description here, you're gonna find a link here. This is a referral link, but as well below here you're gonna find a code, that promo code that's gonna give you 10% off for the next 3 months. Okay, so with that said, let's jump in into what we need to cover today. So we're just gonna come up here. I just started this WordPress application. It takes a couple minutes on Cloudways to do that, and what I'm gonna do here is log in um, into the admin panel. Okay, so I just need to copy now the password, and we should be logged in a little bit here. Okay, so I am logged in here, and basically what we want to see is how we can add a link to an image. So you're adding an image, but you want that when people click on that image, instead of it not doing anything, you want it to actually maybe go to another website, right? So we're gonna come up here. We already have a post that has been added for us here. This comes with Cloudways. We could also do the same thing if we were talking about the page, if we were dealing with a page, but in this case I'm just using a post here for an example, but you could definitely do it for a page as well. So I'm going to come up here, and we're going to edit the post that we have here, the hello world post. So this one over here is the block editor. I usually don't like this one. You know what? I'm gonna show you with both. So let's come up here, and what we're gonna do is we need an image, right? So I'm gonna go over here in Pexels. You probably, if you don't know about Pexels.com, it's a place where you can go ahead and download uh, images that are copyright free, right? So you could use it. Usually they ask you to so what we're gonna do, we're gonna look for an image for an Apple product. Let's see if we found one. So usually they're gonna ask you to, if you download the image and you decide to use it, to either tag the author, or say that this was the author, and link to them. So usually they're gonna recommend you doing that. So in this case over here, we're just using that as an example. I'm just gonna go over here, download this picture of an iPhone. We're gonna go back here to our post, and basically what you can do, you can just drag and drop. Oh, so it looks like the drag and drop doesn't work with this one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up here, click, and we're gonna say that we want to add an image. When we do that, it's gonna let us know, to select. So if that image was already in our library, we just needed to select it at that point. But in what we're doing here, the image is on our computer, so we're gonna say that we wanna upload it. So I'm gonna go where that the image is. You might also maybe want to rename it before, so I'm just gonna come up here, iPhone shot, right? Just so you already know. So when you're downloading those images, it comes with a given name, but when it's going to be in your library, you want to make sure that it has the name that you want, so you can find it easily the next time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be added here in a little bit. Should be almost done. So it is done right now, and if we want to add a link to it, it is pretty easy. So you see, when I click um, on that image here, you have this little menu that appears there, and we want to look for this sign over here, this little icon that say insert link. So when I click on it, now it's letting me know to paste or type the URL. So I can come up here. So that URL could be something that is part of another, just another post in your website. But in my case, for what I'm doing here, I actually want a link to apple.com, right? So I'm just gonna go there really quickly, and I'm just gonna copy the link that they have here, go back to this, to the post, and I'm just gonna do it like this. If you come up here, so if I do this and let's say I update it, if we preview, we can preview a new tab. It should be here. So if I for some reason it's not working. What did I do? Oh, looks like it didn't save it. Let me do that again. Okay, so I needed to press enter to do that. So if I update it, I go back here, refresh. So now when I'm gonna click on it, what it's gonna do is it's gonna bring me right to this page. But this might not be the behavior that you want, because it's actually, the visitors on your website actually leaving your website and going straight to the Apple website. So one thing that you can do is just come up here, click on that arrow, and you're gonna see over here open a new tab, and this is what you want to select. When you're gonna toggle this button over here, the switch there, we're gonna go back, and let's just go back over here as well. So we have that image here, and we're gonna refresh it, and we're gonna click on it, and now instead of leaving our website and going straight to Apple, it's gonna open a new website here. So the other thing that this one is doing right now, so this is the image, but one thing I would strongly recommend, if we go ahead, so let me leave right now, let me go to the media where we have all the images usually are going to be listed. Let me just open it really quickly and have a look. So it looks like it's 99 kilobyte. That is okay, right? But I would recommend to use another a plugin that will uh, reduce the file size. A good one that I know is Smush, that you could use, because the thing with those with the file size, especially if you have a lot of images on one pages, is gonna make your websites to be really slow. So you want to make sure that, especially images are usually the big culprit for it, so you want to make sure that your images are really not taking a lot of are not heavy, right? So Smash will help you with that, and you see over here it has more than 1 million installed, and everything is 5 stars. So highly recommend this plugin. Okay, so what I just showed you there was how we do that with the Gutenberg editor or the block editor. What we're gonna do now is do that. We're gonna do that with the classic editor. So I'm just gonna come up here. I'm gonna look for that classic plugin, classic editor plugin. I'm gonna activate it, right? So now it is activated because we already did that in the post over here. Let's go and work now on the page over here, right? So we're gonna come here and we're just gonna edit this one over here. So there is already a given text that is given to us over here, and let's say we want to put the same image somewhere over here, or an image over here. But because we already have it, we can just go ahead and we're just gonna drag and drop it there, right? So this was not possible with the block editor, but it seems like with the classic editor, which we can just drag and drop. So once that is there, we can come up here and insert into page, and it's going to be up here, right? You could edit that, and you could decide maybe you want that image to be a little bigger than what it was before. This is where you're going to be able to do it. This is an alternative text that you can provide, also a caption. So maybe you want people to read black iPhone at the bottom over here, which is where you actually provide that, right? So if I click over here, I go back, this is what we have, and you can decide if you want to align it center, left, right. This is what we have over here. So let's go ahead with that. The thing that we haven't done though is we haven't added our link. So if we come up here, we need to come to link to. We're gonna come up here. We have different options that we can select, right? But we're gonna go to customer URL, and over here, this is where um, we're gonna select the page. So I'm just gonna come up here just to change a little bit what we're doing over here. Actually, let me close that. I'm gonna go back to this, and I need to copy and paste it. Make sure that you have the usually the handler over here, the HTTPS or HTTP. Usually that will be needed. So when it's there, we just click update, and we come up here. We're gonna update as well, and we're gonna open the page. So I'm just gonna open link in a new tab. We're gonna have it here, and you see it's a little bit big, so we're gonna make a change to it. You're gonna see when I click here as well, we leave our website, we go straight to Apple, right? But we don't want that. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna make changes to that. So first of all, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, right? And the other thing that I'm going to do is click over here to advanced options and open link in a new tab, and I'm going to click update, save. I'm going to come back here, refresh, and now it is smaller now, and when I click here, it does open up in a new tab. So that's what I had for you. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.